Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of Life of Feudal Forest Village. Just moving the mic there. I don't think that made any noise, but I apologize if it did. Feeling kind of weird today. Been kind of... the day wasn't that bad. Actually, yeah, it was a reasonably good day. Mostly quiet. I picked up some food. I was kind of running out of food at home, so I got some stuff. I don't think I really got anything that I'm all that excited about, though. But I don't know, I'm gonna weird. Food is, like, weird to me right now. I'm not super enthusiastic about any particular food items. Which, I don't really know why. I usually have something or other that I'm craving, but right now I'm just kind of like, whatever. I don't really care. Let's get another ore mine here. So yeah, I'm just kind of not really into much of anything at the moment. Couldn't tell you why. Just not feeling it. And then the other thing, come on, food reserves are low. We've got 81,000 potatoes. We have so many freaking potatoes. Don't tell me we're low on food. It's ridiculous. And for some reason, we're harvesting, like, even fast. Oh, no, never mind, it's fall. I was gonna say we're harvesting super, super fast, but we're not actually. It's just later in the year than I expected, given the time in the episode. But yeah, like, food, nothing is particularly sticking out for me. What do you guys gather? Oh, yeah, right, that happened. Nothing's really kind of sticking out to me, really. Was this where the burnt down one was? Alright, well, you guys can deconstruct that and make a new one right there. So yeah, food's weird, and then the other thing is... So, this kind of developed in the last... How many years would I say that was? Probably... four, maybe 5 years ago, I think. Since then, I've noticed that when I tend to, like, if I'm particularly stressed over an extended period... Is this, like, the second round? I can't tell if this is round 2. Yeah, these are round 2. Alright, hell yeah, let's do it. Why not, right? But, like, in the last 4 to 5 years, I've started noticing that when I get stressed, when I'm stressed for an extended period of time, not just, like, in a moment, but, like, if I'm feeling stressed over a week or so, or longer. Usually it's longer thanks to my job. I've kind of put a lot of stuff on my plate, and that induces stress, which I don't know, I'm used to living in it. Maybe it's bad for my health, maybe I'm gonna get a heart attack or something later, but I don't know. I kind of see it more as a challenge than a detriment, I guess, so it doesn't bother me that much, but I don't know. I should probably tone it back, learn to meditate or something, but anyway, when I get stressed for an extended period of time, my eyelids twitch. I don't think it's visible, but it's like my lower eyelid, and I can feel it twitching. And it kind of bugs me, but it's mostly just annoying. It's not really that big of a deal. But it's interesting because it's kind of turned into a little bit of a, I guess you could say almost warning sign. I mean, that's not really accurate, but kinda is, like, I sort of think of it in those terms, to be honest. Wait, what was that? Smelter. Oh, right, I made a new blast furnace. For some reason I thought that was the kilns, that's why I was looking over there. I was like, wait, why do I only have 8? But no, that was a blast furnace. I had no comprehension of that being what it was. I also just realized I don't have any blacksmiths up here. I'll probably just put 2 right there. It seems like 2 can kind of satisfy our needs well enough that we don't need to worry about it, so we'll probably go with that. We have way too much food. I'm gonna go with 2 flax. We'll go back to 2 flax, 1 oats. We don't super need it, but whatever. But yeah, anyway, so I kinda... I could tell when things were going... Not necessarily even poorly, but just I had a lot on my plate and I was stressed. My eye would start twitching, and it was always the left eye. But now it's both. But the weird thing is that I've been getting it like really badly today. It's hitting me hard, I don't know why. But I'm not really feeling all that straight. Like, I'm recording this a day early. I don't have to record this tonight. I am, because I feel like it. I just feel like taking care of it. Didn't have anything else I had to record today. Only had 1 episode to record yesterday, which was the previous Life is Feudal episode, so I'm like not that stressed after work. I'm mostly just kind of relaxing. I guess I'm not playing that many games for myself anymore. Like, I would have liked to maybe play some Vermintide or something, but today I basically just got off work, got home at like 5, and got groceries almost immediately, and came home, watched the Sharks game, watched a tiny bit of YouTube. Oh, that was good timing. I didn't realize this ore mine was just about done. I mean, yeah, I don't even... Good thing the other one just came up, eh? You guys get out of there, go work at the other one. So yeah, so after the Sharks game, I just watched some YouTube stuff, basic. I happen to be watching one of the recent NLSS's. I have not been able to catch any of them live for quite a while now. Because either they somewhat conflict with my ability to prepare for one of my own streams, or it's just on a day where, you know, I'm staying at work late, and they start at 3 my time, so I have to, like... I don't really want to jump in halfway through, because I don't want to miss any of it. I'd rather watch the whole thing later in my own time, so... Anyway, it's not ideal timing for me living on the West Coast, which is funny, because Northern Lion lives on the West Coast too. But, more people on the East Coast, probably more fans on the East Coast for him. 3 o'clock is a good time, it's 6 on the East Coast, so it's probably right after people get home from work, or off class, or whatever. It's the beginning of, like, relaxing at home time for gamers, I think, and a lot of gamers. But yeah, it doesn't really suit the West Coast too well, unfortunately, which is fine. I'm not complaining about that. It's just, you know, as a result, I'm typically not going to catch most streams live. And actually, I have that problem with a lot of streams. I don't really want to come in halfway on a stream all the time. I'd prefer to catch it at the start. And there's virtually nothing that starts when I'm home. It all starts well in advance of me being home. So, I don't know. It really doesn't matter that much. I don't, frankly, have all that much time to catch streams anyway, so... To be honest here, what difference does it really make? Let's try to get one more for ore. We're really chewing through this stuff. There we go. That's a good one. So yeah, I guess maybe I'm not really doing... I mean, watching the Sharks game was entertainment, but... Would I have been happier playing a game? Yeah, maybe. But the funny thing is, the most time that I spent today playing a game for myself was actually this morning while so I have a meeting every morning at 8:30 a.m. So typically, the way my morning looks is I wake up at like 8:10, 8:20, and kind of just do some very brief getting ready, and then I sit down and call into the meeting at 8:30. Then I have another meeting. Basically, my whole morning is meetings. And the only reason I actually don't go into work until about 10 is because everything before that, I'm in fucking meetings. So before I even make it into the office, I've been in like an hour of meetings every morning, so it's kind of frustrating, but during that time, I'm at least at home, I'm in front of my computer, that's my desk, I've got my work laptop here, so I can just put on my headset with my work laptop and pull up like a muted single-player game or something that I can pause. So... Today I had, like, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 minutes worth of X3 Albion Prelude that I played, and that was okay. I'm kind of at the stage of the game where I'm just farming up money, though, so I'm not really doing a hell of a lot. Still, it was fun. I at least got something out of it. Not a whole lot, but, you know, something. This get another teacher. Please come. Yeah, there we go. I was worried it would go to the other building, but actually it is going to. I forgot we need to upgrade that. We don't really need to, we just kind of want to. I maybe shouldn't be putting so many people to work elsewhere. Like, I should probably calm down a little bit with this, but it's fine. Yeah, it's weird to think that, like, gaming is pretty much what I do for relaxation and entertainment. I kind of almost don't do anything else, and I guess, I don't know. It's not that I didn't have any opportunity to play any games today. I could have if I wanted to, but I opted to do other things instead, whether it was, well, some of it was eating, so that's not really opting to do something else. That's a biological function that needs to be fulfilled, but, you know, I could have skipped the Sharks game. It wasn't a particularly exciting game, but, I mean, I wouldn't have known that unless I'd watched it. I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird spot, kinda. I'm a little concerned why that hasn't gotten built yet, but we'll worry about that later. Maybe that's it. And the weird thing is, now that I'm doing this, now that I'm recording, my eye hasn't twitched since, like, the 2-minute mark. So I've had a good 10 minutes or so now of no eye twitch. That's... yeah, I don't know, maybe I consider this, maybe this is relaxing. I don't know. I will say, after 210 or so episodes of Life is Feudal Forest Village, playing it is not necessarily the most relaxing thing in the world, but I guess talking about stuff and doing commentary maybe is kind of relaxing. And that's... actually, yeah, that'd be an interesting thing to talk about. That would be exclusively because of how I do my commentary, which is basically that I just kind of talk about whatever the hell I want. And as if you've watched a number of my episodes, it can kind of be almost anything. I guess some of you guys clearly enjoy it, so thank you for that. I appreciate that. It's kind of like a version of public therapy to kind of just run my mouth and talk about whatever's on my mind for 20 minutes or more a day. So thank you for that. You guys are doing me a favor by watching this stuff. I really appreciate that. So, you may see it as a minor thing, and hopefully it's entertaining to you, but it actually... it has benefit to me, I think. The more I'm thinking about it and looking at it, I really do think, in some respects, this is therapeutic. And it's not always therapeutic, sometimes it's work. And you can probably tell the difference when you're listening, unfortunately. That's kind of the trade-off of this, but that's kind of why I want to do this kind of content, this kind of commentary, as opposed to kind of faking a personality and being like, hey, look at me, I'm the energetic guy, and I'm gonna overreact to everything and lose my shit all the time and say stupid shit. I don't want to be that guy. That's not who I am. So if I could fake it, and I could pretend to be that kind of a person, and probably I would do better on YouTube if I did, but that's not what I'm here to do. That's not what I want to do. And I'm not looking down on people who do that when I say that. I will make other arguments to say that I think that's inferior, and I would rather have something genuine where it's, you know, this is something, how someone actually feels and what they actually think, instead of a over-dramatized BS, you know, which seems to be the prevalent choice of content for a lot of people, unfortunately, but that's not this conversation. This conversation is it's just a choice. Good or bad is not entering into it, it's just a choice about what I want to do. And if I did that, it wouldn't be therapeutic at all, because I'd be faking everything. Maybe eventually you fake it enough, you turn into that kind of person, but that's also not really something that I want in my life. I like who I am. I feel like I can be sort of proud of who I am, at least a little bit. Okay, we're out of flax down here. That's fine. We're not really that worried about flax. We're getting more, and I could probably queue up a little supply train here. Yeah, that'll work. That'll keep these guys rolling. But yeah, it's, I don't know, it's weird. I'm kind of curious. I would love to understand why the hell people like that over-dramatized stuff. I guess it's entertaining and funny, maybe, but I don't see it as entertaining and funny, so it's difficult for me to understand. And again, I just want to emphasize, I'm not complaining that, like, oh, I wish I was more popular, because I wish that that type of content wasn't as popular, and what I do would be more No, I don't care. It's people like what they like. It's not my business to tell them that they should like something else. Not in this case, anyway. But, I just wish I could understand, I guess. I don't really get it. But, I mean, that's life, right? You're gonna go through life, there's gonna be a lot of things that you don't understand, and that's fine. You don't need to understand everything. I will admit that it would be fun to understand everything. I think it would be enjoyable and interesting, but, you know, that's not reality. You're not always gonna have an answer. And that's okay. Might as well get rid of these. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Life's weird. People are weird. I'll probably never understand them. Which makes writing interesting, but... you gotta try. Plus, if I'm weird, then maybe I can write characters in an interesting way, and then, you know, show people how I see things, and maybe that's interesting. And I guess I'll find out if I ever publish anything, which is a long road that I gotta keep working on, probably over several years before that's anything worth publishing. But there's fun to that. There's enjoyment in that. I still, you know what, I think I could. If I got, like, one of those $1,000 camera drones that I'm seriously considering, like, oh yeah, but what if I did it, though? I think if I got one of those, I could like, have a reasonably popular photography, not really business, but, like, I could put photographs out there that would be respectable instantly. I wouldn't be professional by any stretch, but I could definitely I could take good pictures. Like, I've done it instinctively in the past. Like, every family trip where all four of us had a camera, it was like, my pictures tended to be the best. By my family's own admission. I'm not just saying, like, oh, mine looked the nicest that was my decision. No, they all kind of agreed, generally. I had a few good ones in DC. Photography's just fun. I don't really know. There's beauty everywhere. You can go outside, look at forest. You can get a really beautiful perspective of a forest really easily. Think of lots of places that I grew up, lots of areas that I grew up in that look beautiful, have a lot of character to them. I don't understand why people don't sometimes just kind of look around. And just, I don't know, maybe I'm like, okay, so maybe who I am as a person is like, I'm constantly smoking pot, but not actually. And I'm just kind of like, man, that looks so cool, look at that, and it's just like a fucking tree or something. Like, maybe that's who I am as a person, deep down, I don't know. I am sort of like that. I will kind of see, there's stuff that other people seem to just kind of not take for granted, but just kind of be like, yeah, that's how it is. That's what that is. It's that, and they're done with it. Oops, shit, sorry, I hit the mic there. And they're kind of like, okay, well, that's the way it is, so I'm gonna move past it, and that's over. And they never stop to think, like, how fucking amazing it is that you can access, like, almost the sum total of human knowledge on a device that fits in your pocket that you take completely for granted every day. You have a universal map of the entire planet that shows where you are on it, and it's on a basic consumer device that almost everyone has. Not almost everyone, that's not fair, but a lot of people have them. Well, a lot of people have smartphones, and you never stop to think how incredible it is that it does all this crazy stuff. It's like an incredible camera with GPS, with messaging to most of the country, if not most, probably not most of the world, but a lot of the world. You can talk to almost anyone. It's crazy, man. And internet access on it. I don't know. There's things like that where I'm totally happy to stop and think like, wow, this is incredible, this is insane. Can you imagine how crazy this is? And a lot of other people just seem to be like, oh, that's how it is. Yep, that's the thing. Oh right, it's Castle Smithy. That's why I was like, that's not the right building. We'll leave that for next episode. I'm not entirely sure I want them here. We might need to find somewhere to expand, like have a little extension down here, which probably wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. Anyway, we'll think about it, but for now, that is going to do it for today's episode, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us for the next one as well. If you did enjoy it, you can feel free to come by twitch.tv/electronicmoose. Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. PST, 9 to 11 p.m. EST. Check out a stream if you like. If not, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.